Fine. So we will start. This is very important for our country. It's a pretty, as we go along the presentation and we discuss, you'll realize that it is important, it is interesting, it is also humorous. So let us just go through this and keep your points ready for the discussions, as also to ask me any questions that you may have. So let us start. The topic we are going to discuss is Adani indicted in US court. So he has been indicted in US court for fraud. The federal court in Brooklyn, US has charged Adani and his nephew Sagar and Cyril Cabanes, former board member of Azure Power, and 6 others for conspiracy to obtain funds from US investors and global financial institute investors through lying under Foreign Corrupt Practices Act to raise over $3 billion. Between 20 and 24, Adani agreed to bribe Indian government officials of around $265 million to secure contracts which were projected to generate more than $2 billion in profits after tax over 20 years for Adani Green Energy and Azure Power to provide 12 gigawatt solar power to the Indian government. The investigation was conducted by FBI. The charges have been framed by US Securities and Exchange Commission. Adani did not inform SEBI and Indian Stock Exchange about the FBI raid in March 2023 or about US Department of Justice carrying out the investigation. Adani also denied that either had happened. The evidence which has been collected by the US agencies, as told earlier, includes electronic communications, detailed spreadsheets, PowerPoint presentations like we are telling you, photos of documents tracking bribe amounts. Sagar Adani is said to have used his mobile phone to document specifics of bribes, while Vineet Jain captured summary of bribe payments. Arrest warrants have been issued against Adani and his nephew Sagar. Is SEBI complicit? Bloomberg reported about the FBI investigation in March 2023. SEBI ignored the report. Adani denied any wrongdoing to financial institute investors. In normal course, SEBI should have investigated. So it is pretty concrete evidence that SEBI is complicit in the ill deeds of Adani. If you go back to the Hindenburg report charges and what actions were taken by Indian judiciary and SEBI, and thereafter the complicity of Madhubi Buch, the head of SEBI, and the dubious deals with the Adani group, her investments and all that, it becomes pretty obvious that they are hand in glove in cheating the country along with Prime Minister Modi. Adani's response, we must see the other side of things also. As stated by, this is exactly verbatim what they have given. As stated by the US Department of Justice itself, the charges in the indictment are allegations and the defendants are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. Now, this is something which is there in all cases. First, charges are made, and thereafter only it is the court which proves guilt or not guilt. But if you see the cases of Kejriwal, Sanjay Singh, uh, Purnoy Roy, Soren, the present chief minister, how they were put behind bars on fabricated charges by Modi's agent, the Enforcement Directorate, which recently we have news has come that they have been banged up by some people on whom they were trying to either they were extorting money or something they were doing. So anyway, I've not gone into the details of that, but this is what you people know what's going on. All possible recourse will be sought. That's what Adani says. Adani Group has always upheld and is steadfastly committed to maintaining highest standards of governance, transparency, and regulatory compliance across all jurisdictions of its operations. Bullshit. We assure our stakeholders, partners, and employees that we are a law abiding organization, fully compliant with all laws. All bullshit. Why bribe? The cost of power provided by Adani Green was higher than other sources. So it makes common sense for nobody to buy that power. So what Adani did, he bribed the officials concerned. Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, J&K, Tamil Nadu, Chhattisgarh state governments received bribes. Maximum bribe was received by the Andhra Pradesh government. Logical inference. Adani, Modi government and all the four state governments are part of this corrupt deal. Questions arising. Why is BJP saving Adani? Or why does BJP not want discussion on the subject in the parliament? Or constitute a joint parliamentary committee to investigate the misdeeds, as was asked in the Hindenburg allegations also. Why only Rahul, Maua, and Sanjay speak against Adani? Why others don't speak? Why Modi made efforts to remove Rahul, Maua, and Sanjay from the parliament? Why Naidu is afraid to go after Jagan with the backing of this evidence? Why India needs US to find out what all fraud is going on in India? Are we incapable of investigating and finding out our own frauds? Will Adani get away now as well, as he has been getting along with all his misdeeds so far? Will Modi's friend Trump, another liar of the highest order, who's himself under a lot of cases are again going against him, will he save Adani? Let us know some details about Adani which are relevant. Net worth, as I took from the Forbes, is not absolutely updated with the share price losses and all that before that. His net worth was $116 billion behind Ambani, which was at $119 billion. Adani companies and the stakes include Adani Enterprises 74%, Adani Power 75%, Adani Total Gas 37%, Adani Energy Solutions 70%, Adani Port 66%, and Adani Green Energy 61%. Adani claims to have, from his website I took, over 46,000 employees. Some people quoted somewhere around 30,000, 25,000. I mean, it's a varying figure, but I've taken from what they claim on their website. I've just given it a comparison with the Tata Group, which has employees of worth 10,28,000. So when you hear, Bhaks giving logics that, he's a great wealth creator and great employment creator and all that. So you know the truth is no great employment creator. And in any case, shell companies don't have employees, which they have in Singapore, Mauritius and all that. Yeah, some more things about Adani. See, this is important. Gross debt over 2.4 lakh crores. Indian banks have an absolute debt exposure of close to 80,000 crores, amounting to about 40% of the total Adani Group's debt. In addition, our LIC has an exposure of rupees 36,400 crores. I have not put crores there. SBI 27,000 crores, Bank of Baroda 5,380 crores, PNB 7,000 crores. These are the major ones I have given there. Major foreign dubious deals. Kenya airport deal, that's got cancelled. Power being provided to Bangladesh through the Godda power plant. If you read the Washington Post report, you will know what all is wrong with that power plant and how the coal has been. I mean, it's totally, the complete deal is in black. So they have sought advice from international lawyers and they are reviewing this deal, which is not very favorable to Bangladesh, is not very favorable to India as well. Sri Lanka, the energy thing, wind energy, what all is going on, they're also reviewing the deal. A lot of protests were there in Australia. Sorry. When Adani got the rights to do the mining in their area, so they also, there are things against the deal. People are not very happy with the things. Fallout of the US indictment of Adani. International rating agencies have downgraded Adani Group. I think all of them are done. Moody's, Fitch, jo kuch bhi hai, sab ne. Total Energies of France, which are the big investor in Adani Group, has stopped investments in the group till Adani comes clean of the allegations. Adani will find it difficult to raise funds. Cost of funds will be much higher now because their rating has gone into negative. Now, this is very important for you people to know and very important for you to explain to Gobar Bhaks you keep seeing around you. Citizens of India will have to pay higher cost of power. It's very simple. That's why bribes were being given. Since cost will be higher and the distribution companies will find it difficult to afford it, so they will buy less power to manage their budgets. So there will be more power cuts. So you and I will suffer these things also. Debt owed by Adani to banks is our money, as also LIC. It's your and my money. Share prices of Adani will dip. They have been artificially kept up through manipulations. Genuinely, they will come down in due course, and the investors, retail investors like you and I, will lose money there also. Debts have been written off consistently of all the big so-called wealth creators or the looters of India's economy, along with Modi's policies. You see what all happened in the electoral bonds and all. Over 16 lakh crores of debts have been written off. Recently, I think in the past year, only some 1 lakh crore of debt and all has been written off of Adani. So that is your and my money through banks, LIC and things like that, as I have given you the background. Over 40% debt is coming from us only. Handing over India's assets to Adani has increased cost for us for all these airports, ports, coal and all that, power. He is making huge profits, so he is growing rich at our expense. Adani, Ambani running all things have reduced employment overall because MSMEs have been finished because of this. If this was not done by Modi, these MSMEs would have employed far more people than what these people are, the so-called big wealth creators are employing. 90% of employment comes through MSMEs. So that has also gone. International reputation of India and our institutions has suffered. SEBI, Finance Ministry, Judiciary, Indian government, and collectively speaking, Indian society. It will adversely impact flow of foreign direct investment and other investments. Modi has played an active role in getting business to Adani. You all know it, how sometimes Adani accompanies him, sometimes he visits a place and thereafter Adani gets a deal. And all these deals, we've given you examples of dubious deals. Questions. I raised some questions earlier, some more questions. Why BJP is saving Adani? Why no discussion in parliament? Why no JPC? Why citizens don't have the right to know as to what is going on? With this, I have ended my presentation. I'm open to taking your questions as also any points that you people may like to bring out. Yeah, please go ahead.